Alright, welcome back folks to more Disco Elysium. Last time we played, well, we got our old partner back. Also, our older partner's here. And he's not happy with us at all. Still, we got stuff to do. Yeah, we've talked to Classy. And yeah, I guess we can run around, talk to people, stuff like that. You know, the usual.
What is it?
You're with the police, right? Cool. So am I.
I don't know what to say.
Don't say anything, Judith.
What are you, the police, doing here?
I'm just looking out for...
No one. I'm just a man with sunglasses, and you are...
A horse-faced woman. A policewoman. Say nothing. Well, let's go, let's not be rude here. Let's just say policewoman.
Yes. A policewoman who just wants to do her job. That's all.
Something about the man with sunglasses and you, the energy between you two is making her uncomfortable.
Something's really bugging me. Are we, or are we not, from the same police station?
God damn it, you leave her alone. Keep your weird bullshit to yourself and be professional for once, for fuck's sake.
Can I actually help you with something?
Yes, of course, preposterous. I mean, you would remember if they were, right? Who forgets their squad mates? That's not possible.
You with him?
Of course I'm with him. Why do you ask?
You look cute together. He's a... He seems like a cool guy. Nothing, just wondering. Heart.
And you look like you don't bathe, on principle.
Hey, I washed recently.
Please, let's not turn this into another exchange, okay?
Again? I can't believe this shit.
Alright, well, let's go. He does not want to talk to us. Something up here. Tomatoes. Well, what do we gotta do? Let's check out our mission log here. Oh wait, we're Wednesday, so that means the bridge should be repaired.
I've got nothing to say to you. Why are you wasting your time?
We need a gun to shoot people. It's true, but we don't have a gun. We don't even know where our gun is, or our badge for that matter.
Was that? Could it be the Mama Dakwa? No, it's probably just your imagination ringing in your ear.
Listen more closely.
There seems to be an extremely high-pitched ring. Ultrasonic. Lena said it was very high-pitched, right? It's like something tickles your ear.
The bug we're looking for.
Honestly, your ear isn't hearing a whole lot. The distant hum of the industrial harbor, the traffic. But, admittedly, there is a high-pitched noise somewhere there too. But then, isn't there always?
Listen closely first.
There it is again. You're about to rediscover a long-lost species. Yeah, but how are you going to catch it? It must be very close. Maybe, just maybe, it will come toward you. Keep still. It might perch on your shoulder. What are you doing? You're a police officer, not a pansy ornithologist. The only birds you should be looking for are healthy women of childbearing age.
Do you hear a high-pitched sound?
No, I don't hear the Koldomama d'Aqua, and neither do you.
Oh, Kim.
Of course he doesn't. He's deaf.
Alright, let's see if the bird will perch on our shoulder.
Oh no. The sound. It's moving away. Somewhere over there. Go after it. No. Too late. It's gone. There is no ringing anymore. Just the sound of the streets.
No, come back, please. Go. Leave. Leave like everything else. What do we do?
Keep your ears peeled, then. If the species really has migrated to Martinez, you're sure to hear it
Oh,
again.
we got a new thought. Hold the mama aqua. Well, we're running out of space here. Oh yeah. It's like, what the hell is that? All right. Oh, the car's back. Didn't we have to do something with the car?
Snow covers the white on blue police livery of the motor carriage. The white colors nearly meld together.
Why am I even thinking about this? Wasn't I supposed to?
Do something important? Something murder related? There's always something important. Doesn't mean you can't take a moment to admire this piece of machinery. Even at a standstill, the unibody Caprice Canema looks sleek and dynamic. The cabin is tilted frontward to give it a more aggressive, hunched look. Someone has waxed it recently.
That machine really puts the loco back in locomotion, points to the vehicle. Very cool. I don't like your machine, Lieutenant. Looks impractical. A motor carriage, one of many. Very cool. Let's be weird.
Mm-hmm. You want to take a closer look?
What's it packing there? Points to the engine. A fine machine. Run your hand over the smooth metal surface.
130.
I reckon that's a 7-liter V12 there.
That's what? Rub your chin, a 7-liter V12? Let's do it. Let out a whistle. Mama's serving some serious macaroni.
7.2. Supercharged.
Supercharged. Look at this guy. Fine machine.
Yes. An extraordinary machine.
It's nice and all, but why so modest? Put some zing into it. Flare it up. Slam it down.
You need to slam it, Kim. Make it more imposing.
Sorry, I'm not following you.
Lingo it up.
Drop the ride. 200 mil. Get the camber to frosty minuses. So lame.
No, that's porno tuning.
Porno tuning?
Use bigger words.
Wait, what about the spinners then, huh?
Those spinners were elegant, sleek, radiant even. What you're suggesting is porno.
Need a massive aerial kit, gargantuan roof mountain.
Porno. That's short for pornography.
I know.
The sole purpose of pornography is to stimulate one's visual sense to evoke sexual arousal. The same is true with the modifications you're proposing.
So, what's wrong with pornography? Pornography is something completely different, Kim. Alright, I guess I did get a bit porny there. Which one are we going with?
I'm sincerely relieved I don't have to try and convince you of that. Back to work?
Okay, let's move.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Pull out the radio.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Heard back from the ICP about the serial number.
Yes. The armor was produced by Fairweather in their facilities in Bétancourt, sur la Clé in 42. It was part of a special order for Corps de Pharmacie, a security firm contracted to protect the interests of Oranese pharmaceutical companies in the Seminine conflict. So, it seems the armor went to Seminine. That's where the paper trail ends, though. Even the firm has proven difficult to track. Corps de Pharmacie has been renamed several times over in the years since the armor was issued. The most recently registered firm that the ICP has been able to connect to the CDP is a military contractor called Trinell, and the one before it was Downwell. I think they might be the same contractor.
That's interesting.
Armor like this isn't mass-produced. It would have probably been fitted. Perhaps there's a record of who signed for this particular suit of armor.
Yes, but the ICP tends to be reluctant to share private sector records. I could try to talk them into it, though.
This is a fun challenge for her, an opportunity to contribute beyond doing her job by rote. She'll gladly put in the extra effort for Team RCM.
Thank you, officer. I really appreciate your efforts in this case. Please do try. It is imperative that we learn whose armor this is, or this was.
Sure. Call back tomorrow. Hopefully I will have more information for you then.
Connect me with Sylvie again.
Just a second, officer. Sylvie Malaika on the line for you, officer. Yes, hello?
It's police.
Oh, great. What else do you need, detective?
Was it you who called the police?
No, not me.
Why didn't you call?
What? Of course it bothered me. But I thought the Union already knew about the court.
What does the Union have to do with anything?
No one calls the police. The Union would get angry.
What do you mean by that?
You know, what the Union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like everyone here.
Tell me, why exactly did you let a corpse hang in your own backyard for weeks instead of calling us?
I didn't want to get in trouble with the others.
Push her further. Show her the error of her ways.
Yes, authority. What others?
The other people who live around here. Local people. I didn't want trouble.
What trouble?
You don't live here. You don't understand. Squealing is frowned upon here. Everything is dealt with, well, by the Union, internally. Please, I just didn't want any trouble.
Let me get this straight. You ignored the law to save your own skin.
I didn't know I had to report it. I thought someone would take him down eventually.
The fucking nerves on her. Trying to hide behind weakness. You're a god. An angry but just god.
I'm a god. You report to me, not to the Union. Is it clear? That's probably not the right decision. It's a little late for tears, isn't it? Should have used them to summon the police earlier. One? I don't know, guys. Don't do one. Yeah, one seems a bit bad. Now 1133, not 1. We'll go 3 then.
Yes, I know. It's just... Was there anything else? Yeah, go on.
So, who did it then? Have you seen my badge?
Yes, I know who you are. You're a police officer.
When did you first learn I'm a police officer?
You told me back in the whirly.
Okay.
Oh, no, I haven't, sorry.
Real policemen have uniforms too, by the way. Where's yours?
We got it on.
Right. It's better to not ask too many questions, lest people start thinking you're a cop or something.
We had a mission for her. Poor batch. Close the water lock on Wednesday. We'll go do that after. Replace the lost boule. Mission is to ask her out for espresso coffee. Ooh.
No, absolutely not.
God damn it, chat.
That came so fast, you can't but wonder what else she would be good at.
Yes, what would she be good at?
Baseball, ring-a-bell quiz shows, catching keys in the air, petting an angry cat.
I found a police cloak earlier. Have you seen my policeman uniform?
Uniform? I never saw you in any uniform. You had your things on. The disco things.
You hear the call breaking up on the other end of the radio, and then the already familiar voice.
Anything else I can help you with, officer?
Reconnect me with the 41st.
Right. Please hold.
10-4, come in. Fireworker, over.
Like to discuss?
10-4, sir. Sorry, but I'm under orders to give a negative to request for personal information. Over.
Can't tell anything about me? But I'm me.
10-4. Orders are still orders. Anything else?
That's all.
Roger that. 10-10, over and out.
Alright, let's go, check out the other side of the bridge. Oh, hey guys. Working hard? No, we're hardly working. Okay, let's keep going.
A rusting control panel with loose wires dangling out from the...
Oh, level up! As you grab the handle, you pull the lever up. Metal connects against the contact pins and you hear a loud chunk.
The water lock starts moving.
Well, look at that.
Okay, if we ever need to get to the coast, then this is the way. But please, contain your wanderlust for now. I don't want us to get sidetracked, not with everything that's going on.
Kim, what do you mean?
Focus on one thing. Achieve it, then the next. He thinks. That's...
Alright, well, we gained a level. We could use that level to unlock another spot. We could. Bonuses from thoughts. +1 to conceptualization. +2 to volition. Esprit de corps. Mostly for learning caps, though. White check failures give +1 real. +1 empathy towards Kim. Plus 1 XP for every orb clicked. Pretty good. Plus 2 volition from magnesium. Now plus 2 volition, minus 1 logic. Thoric raised to 5. Regular law official. Minus 1 shivers, minus 1 inland empire. All learning caps raised to 3. I mean, we clicked 3 already, right? Motorway south. Well, we don't have the bonus yet. We could unlock more. Like, we've got 5 right now. We've got some kind of superstar. Indirect modes of taxation. The Jamrock Shuffle. Homosexual Underground. Wasteland of Reality. Cold de Mama d'Aqua. I don't get this though. What is this? Or I got, oh, I've got 2 skill points. I mean, it could be that. Homosexual Underground. Okay. We'll do that. Got another point though. Holy shit, how many points in rhetoric do we have? Or is it rhetoric? I think it's rhetoric. Get more points in logic? We definitely should start boosting our stats though, our stat line. Which one? Our intellect is the lowest one. Psyche is pretty good. Physique is very good. Motorics. Decent. 4 all over. It's true. We could do... Oh, okay. Did not want to take a screenshot there. Oh yeah. We had to listen to the Door Gunner Mega Mix. Could do that. And we've got the machine right here.
The porter reel is just what you needed. The reels attach to the apparatus with a satisfying click. The tape is routed behind the magnetic reader.
You can tell you straight up that upping regular skills is just worse than most thoughts. Really?
This isn't Revachol. This is a fucking village. I can almost see the elephants.
The harbor. That's the son of a Kvalsund crane.
When this shit is done, I'm gonna tear that place up. Soldier of the Apocalypse style. Kill shit. Dogs and chickens too. Gonna run a room, Cordy. A real nice room. I don't give a shit. I'm fucking done. I'm done mentally. I'll fucking do them all in. Rape that disco cunt on the counter. You know, the dance whore upstairs. Do it Kohoi style. Never did get that taste out of my mouth.
The lieutenant presses the button marked Arete on your portal-reel. The tape stops spinning.
Was that at the very end? Silence? Let's go with, what do you think?
It seemed authentic enough. Probably recorded off the shortwave, then edited to seem more incriminating. He sounded like he was on patrol around the harbor walls.
He also sounded inebriated.
Still,
Look of suspicion.
There's more going on here than we know.
What was that at the very end? Silence?
end of recording.
Oh. Who's this Cordy?
One of the other mercenaries, I think. The one he was talking to. A friend of his?
What is Kohoi?
A village on the Samaran Isola, in South Safre. Grad committed war crimes there, the kind of thing he talks about.
Think he was there?
Who knows? Maybe the tattoos would have an answer. Or maybe Kohoi is just merc talk for atrocity, slaughter. I think we've got a few more questions for class here, don't you? This seems to contradict her testimony, at least to some degree.
As you take out the tape, the boombox tunes itself back to the cheery radio again, spewing out beats like it's a Friday night.
Oh yeah. But back to being professional. We're not going to take speed. Take her garbage bag. Morning. Hey, we're professionals, all right? Exactly. Our new persona. We're HoboCop, also regular HoboCop. We do things right by the book on the streets. Should be outside.
Hello, officer.
Titus already
What
gave
brings
us
you up here
a
again?
recording where the deceased states his intention to commit rape.
She puts her coffee cup down with a soft ring as the porcelain meets the metal table.
Did he? I never said he was a good man, or that he had good intentions. Only that he was never bad to me.
On this tape, he specifically identifies you as the target.
Where did they get this recording exactly?
It's intercepted radio chatter of the deceased, recorded via a de-encryption station. It's authentic enough.
Does he say he's gonna do it Soldier of the Apocalypse style?
Yes, these are the exact words he used.
Yeah. That was practically his pickup line.
A memory surfaces in her tired neocortex. It's not entirely unpleasant.
Did he say whores a lot? Was he pretty much on the verge of doing it Kohoi style?
Kohoi was mentioned.
He wasn't actually there. He didn't do a tour, or at least didn't tell me he did. would have been overkill anyway. He lived his own little kohoi. It wasn't his everything.
Why say things like that? Does she smell?
Yes, was he bragging?
Oh no, I'm pretty sure he did all those things, then integrated them into his idea of normalcy, to keep on living, until they just sort of turn into his,
Persona?
what's the word I'm looking for? Running joke.
Oh.
I was gonna say running joke. And it sounds like you didn't even get the good bits. Lely's punchlines got way, way funkier than that. He was like the Seminoles conflict, the Kohoi massacre, and the 36 famine in Yezut all rolled into one person, then cast in Orani ceramic armor, which he wore in bed and in the shower.
Weren't you afraid?
Afraid of what? That tape the Hardy Boys recorded? Your mother probably never told you this, but girls are evil.
Confirmed. We got her, boys.
Had I the physical robustness and social support, I'd be in Kohoi. I would be tearing it up Soldier of the Apocalypse style.
She wouldn't. She doesn't have the full schmin in her.
That's not what he said, though.
Did he tell you he had actually done any of those things? He and Martinez, I mean?
No. We were too busy laying waste to our own nervous systems to direct any of the fury outward. He seemed happy, I guess. At ease. As much as a man like him could be.
There is a small measure of pride in her that she could quell the rage in such a being.
Thank you for clearing that up, miss. Whenever you're ready. I'm interested to hear what Titus Hardy has to say now.
She takes a very small sip of her coffee and smiles.
Now that you had some time?
Like, for example, his name?
Actually, officer, I didn't know his name. I just called him Lely.
A nickname?
I guess. He came from Lelystad. It's short for that. And it was his army name, apparently. He said his real name wasn't his. I tried to pry it out of him, but it was no use.
Lelystad. That's a good start. We have a few questions you can help us with. A few things a field autopsy alone can't answer.
The young woman cranes her neck, trying to catch a glimpse of the page the lieutenant passed to you. On it is a list of autopsy observations recorded neatly in blue ink. The last missing pieces of a puzzle of flesh.
Where is Lilistad?
In Oranje, officer. It's, I think municipality is the term. A nowhere town there.
You were almost right, officer. That means his race was occidental, not mondial. I'll update the form.
You were both from Oranje?
Yes. We were compatriots.
Did that bring you together?
No. He was too old for that. And from another part of Oranjenrek. I didn't even understand his accent. What brought us together wasn't Oranje. It was bad habits.
Sex, alcohol, speed, probably also sildenafil.
How old was he, miss?
He was 42.
42? Are you sure? I would have had him above 50.
He had many scars that made him appear older. But no. We even celebrated his birthday, like, some weeks ago. It was a funny 2 days. He had little reason to lie to me.
Looks like you were right, officer.
Huh. He was right.
Points out good. Have one, you old dog.
Oh.
Before we all die.
We got a health bonus. We were full. Better not mention it.
The young woman looks at you, then the lieutenant, then you.
His eye color.
Blue. Light blue. They were like little blue galaxies, you know? It was strange, seeing those eyes in his fucked up face. Pardon the swearing. I do him an injustice. He wasn't ugly. And he had a beautiful, soft voice. Very surprising, what with all the scarring. It was quite something, watching him speak.
He had a combat wound on his chin and mouth?
Yes. Severe. It made him look like half his face was cracking away in some strange smile. That and those eyes.
He was the Joker.
Ah, yes. His hair, if you can remember?
It was light brown, almost blonde. He darkened it with brilliantine, made it oily. Not nice to stroke. I couldn't convince him to leave it alone.
Interesting. I too have stroked his hair. No, let's not say that. Am I set to put brilliantine on the forum? Do I get a point? No, let's get to the rest.
The young woman nods.
He had a tattoo. What did it mean?
Oh, that.
It's clear she liked it.
What did it represent? Do you know?
It was a map of his life and the places he visited as a soldier. It was mostly for showing off to chicks, though.
How so?
How? Imagine him lying in bed. Freakish musculature laid out on the sheets. Scarred, of course. Tattooed. The sheets are dirty for some reason.
Is this Oranese lit?
Going into... Is this Oranese lit? Should we? Do it! Okay.
Yes. This is the very essence of Oranese lit. A moment's respite. Dark and hopeless as the struggle itself. He's smoking and drinking, of course, and his chest and shoulders and arms are studded with stars. Tens, hundreds of them, maybe even thousands. And the woman goes like, "What was this, baby?" And he says, "That was too hardcore. Don't ask me about that." So she goes, "Okay, but what's this, baby?" And he's like, "Saw some bat shit there. Killed some loincloths." And so it goes. Star after star, port after port, third world country after third world country. And he's done horrible things in every single one of them.
And you were the woman in this?
Oh, yeah.
Can you tell us precisely what these mean?
No, thank you. I've seen enough of him dead. I can tell you what they meant without looking at them.
Go on.
He was a blue-eyed boy with thick arms, from a small town. He was also poor, and the government of Orania needed some people killed, so they turned him into a grotesque killer. For money. He went to Killer Academy in Vredefort. Then he killed some people on the Seminine Islands, and on other islands too. All of the islands. After this, he came to Revachol and got killed himself.
Thank you for clearing that up.
Change of topic, perhaps?
Could it be love that did him in? I don't know about this one. Perhaps, miss, it was communism that killed him. Ooh. Ooh, which one?
It very well could be, yes.
What do you mean?
What do I mean? I have no idea. I don't even know what you mean. Love did him in? What does that mean?
He told me love did him in. That... We might sound crazy if we said that. Nah, I don't know.
That's not funny, officer.
Good job, guys.
Her voice is like a slash through the air. Her shoulders tense up. There, she momentarily lost control over straight back guy. It appears that she feels guilty.
You feel guilty?
Of course I do. I'm hungover. I feel guilty about everything.
Do you feel guilty about what happened to him?
Among many other things, yes. I could have done something. There's always something he can do, right? Ask me something else.
Maybe it was communism that killed him?
A moment ago it was love. And no, I don't think the Union is communist. They're a couple of shades pinker than that. They're not hardcore in that way, is what I'm trying to say. What are we talking about anyway? This politics shit is a lot in the morning. Is it even morning?
Oh, it's... Yeah, still.
I think she's just tired. She doesn't know what you meant by that. And can you blame her? You could blame her, a little. It was a pretty straightforward question that she refused to answer.
Oh, volition.
All right.
Coolly, gracefully, she pours herself more coffee. Wait, stop. That man, bloated beyond all recognition, was 42?
That's what she said.
Below the damage, the weeks of decomposition, all the swollen indignity of morality. He was 42 years old?
Where's this going?
How old are you? That's where this is going.
Oh no.
45,000 liters of raw alcohol has left its disfigurements. What lies beneath, you wonder? You could ask either one of them.
Jim, how old do you think I am?
Huh?
How old do I look?
How old? 58.
58. Maybe you're wrong. You were wrong about the deceased too. He was way younger. Oh my god, that's really old. Really? You're probably right. That's about what I look. Cope. What do we... 2 is copium. Well, maybe that's what we need. Maybe that's what we need in life. A bit of copium. Take the cope.
He was deceased. He had been decomposing for a week.
I feel like I've been decomposing for longer than that. The ravages of Al Ghul are nearly as extreme as that of death itself, Lieutenant Kitsuragi. You're right, I'm probably 62. Let's leave it at that. Isn't this from our race theory? 1-1.
On the bright side, you've been getting a lot of exercise lately.
That's true.
There's silence. Then a little more.
Sure, you're 42. Let's go?
Wait. This requires scientific measurements.
Wait, bring it on. I'm not afraid of the truth.
To the laboratorium.
Oh, we got a new thought. Do it. I want to know my date of birth. Do it. Now we're fully thought filled. We'll have to remove some eventually.
This window is...
Alright, so now that we've done that, we can go talk to the Hardy Boys again. Now remember that running our thoughts, though, reduces our stats. Some of them, at least. Gives us -1 visual calculus.
The clowns are still hanging around. What is it now?
Talked to Classy about the tape.
And
nothing. She stands by what she said.
that fucking fucker. You're the worst cops in Revachol. I gave you gold on that tape.
She pretty much left it off, Titus. Ooh, that would be knife.
Fucking fuckity fucker. And what did she say then? That it's fine. People are supposed to be like that.
It did not come as a surprise to her, and she definitely wasn't scared. Are we trying to get her killed? Yes. Of course. Actually, it made her a little nostalgic. If anything, she seemed turned on by the whole door gunning thing. She said she would like to be a little door gunner herself if she could. I think this one's the best one. This would piss him off, really. Well, 4?
Yes. In fact, I think she thought it was a little funny.
Funny? No good goddamn psycho whore. Alright. All fucking righty then. I guess it's good then. That fucking...
Please try to control yourself in the presence of visitors, Titus.
Okie dokie. This is just perfect. Just fucking perfect. Any thoughts on this, lawman?
Women are crazy. Irrational. That's what you're thinking, right? Also, your fists are itching for a bump.
Well, calm down there, physical instrument. Know what I think? Women are crazy, man. Maybe she isn't who you thought she was. Maybe she's still in denial, you know, like a defense mechanism. Rub it in. Two.
Nah, I know her. She's just a girl, in over her head.
Titus, she has my whole skill set compromised. She's some kind of pro. You don't know, she's a model. She won a pageant. Titus, she has special training. I'm not talking about Orangey's lit. She's not some helpless girl. She handled the mercenary well enough. She's a hardcore party girl with a bigger death wish than mine. Huh, I guess you do know her. Three, 4. I'm thinking 4, actually.
Handled him? She got into some stupid shit with that guy. Shit we had to take care of.
Yes, we heard all about it, and the fact still stands. You were more disturbed by the tape than her.
Ignoring chat. Rusty said 4. I'm listening to Rusty. Favoritism for certain members of the chat.
I already told you. We fucking hanged him.
There's less gusto in his voice now. His men too are growing increasingly silent. The man is slowing down. Looks like a bad blood sugar crash. He can't keep track of all the variables anymore.
Come on, Titus. We know you didn't hang him. He was shot. I know you're tired. So am I. Why don't you just...
You know what? I am tired. I'm tired of you and the whore upstairs. Next time you see her, tell her Titus said, "Fuck off!"
This is the petulant rage of someone who's at the end of their wits.
That lying, scamming. We're done. This is over. You understand? Your little investigation is over.
Yeah.
On the floor, beer drips out of the can into a small puddle. No one does anything about it.
What is this quiet funeral shit? All we need is some beers in us. Bartender, 20 beers for the Dock Workers Union.
Why do we make it 40, huh? Why do we make it 100 beers? You're not loud enough.
100 beers? Now we're talking. Hoppity hop over here, cafeteria manager.
The window might be closing. The more beers they get in them, the less cooperative they will be.
Convince Titus he's being manipulated. Let's try rhetoric. Oh, we got it.
Titus,
We actually got it.
manipulated. You should know by now. Titus Hardy will never falter. But you know someone who might.
This boy's will.
Fat Angus, the powerful guy, Mr. All Muscle. The time has come. Put him in the pressure cooker. Just remember, it's about more than Glasia. It's about these men and Martinez, their district, their responsibility. Outside, under the rising sun, tattered and in ruins, the windows of the cafeteria aglow with her morning light. Huh? He'll get it. Go on.
Write it down, Kim. In Martinez, they just kill you because they don't like you.
Got it. Kill you because they don't like you. All because...
Because of some chick. Because you're a foreigner. Because you work for the wrong people. Because they like killing.
Goddamn right. This is Union Town. You work for the company, we will kill you.
Fuck, Dennis. We don't kill you if you work for the company. Half the harbor works for the company.
Work for the wrong company, and they execute you.
They hang you just like the Dark Ages. Make a display of your corpse. They hang you, shoot you, whatever. They can't even remember. They hang you, shoot you, light you on fire. They don't care. You?
It wasn't that. It wasn't. We didn't shoot him.
Oh, Angus! You spilled the beans!
That's it. That's the weak one. You flushed him out. Now go in for the...
Officer, you will be next if you don't shut up.
Firearm. A Glass 08 or a 38 caliber pistol. Either is small enough for you to have missed. He's onto you. He knows what you're trying to do. Steel yourself. Push on. Just ignore Theo.
Turn to Angus, or what? You're gonna kill me like you killed him? For no reason?
We didn't kill him. We didn't even hang him. He was dead when...
Shut up, Angus!
He was dead before you hanged him?
Fatty! Say one more thing to the cops and I'll...
Dennis, stand down, or I'll beat your head in. Theo, take your hand off the belt. This isn't 31. I've got this under control.
The room falls quiet. So quiet, you can hear Angus wheeze.
Angie, where's your goddamn inhaler? You sound like you're dying.
I left it home. I can't get it. I'm too fucked. I'm sorry.
Why are you so fucking fat, Angus? Now it's all pointless. Because of you. You wasted my time. I told you, Titus. I told you just give her up.
Lizzie, your help is no longer needed here. Go tell Everard.
Fine. I'll tell him. After a long walk along the coast.
Oh, we broke the union.
What just happened between these two? You're in. He's all yours. Questions.
So you didn't kill him. He was already dead. Whose idea was to hang it? Hers?
He nods.
You hanged the corpse to cover up the real cause of death. The bullet in his head.
Another nod.
Why?
Because the girls asked us to. They were in some shit.
Did she kill him?
Cop, I have no idea. The girl says she didn't.
What happened on Sunday night?
Classier came down. She seemed really out of it. Drugged up, even more than usual. Bug-eyed and gurning, you know? Not in a fun way. It looked like she'd redosed after something went down. I've seen that look before. She was scared. I knew someone had died.
Hey there, Mike. How you doing? Thanks for the sub.
I've done this job for 10 years. I've seen it before. It's the politician in the motel room with the dead hooker scenario. Only in reverse.
Good analogy, boss.
You don't get to talk yet, Shanky. You're still on the bench. You keep taking it easy too, Angus.
That's okay with the fat man still wheezing there. He couldn't speak if he wanted to.
What happened then?
We went upstairs. Sure as day the Merc was dead. There was a bullet hole through the window. Fucking dirty sheets and bottles everywhere. Tibbs patched the window. And the corpse. We hanged.
Who's Tibbs? The 8 Hardy?
Yeah. He's my brother.
Oh.
He's in the window replacement business.
Sorry I made you guys fight.
Me too.
Lassie didn't kill him. Why the cover-up?
You may have noticed our girl's in some shit of her own.
What kind of shit are we talking about?
That can't show up on police radar kind. There are people after her. From the old world. Where she came from.
Who are they?
They're powerful. Connected to the moral intern. She's clearly afraid for her life. Says if she showed up in your systems, she'd be ghosted away.
And why would you help someone like that? By taking on a murder?
Why would I? I guess we abide all sorts of runaways and losers here. It's a Martinez thing.
So who killed the Merc?
Not yet. Just some ideas. She says the shot came from outside, behind the window somewhere. So that's a clue.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking someone's past caught up with them. Either hers or his.
Hers, you mean?
I mean the people after Klausya. Maybe the shot missed. Maybe it was meant for her.
I like that. Been thinking the same thing myself.
Had ideas about his past too?
My dude. One of those mercenary buddies of his could have done it. They got guns, training, years of bad blood, probably. Or it could have been someone else from Crenell.
It's very I like how everything cracked open.
Tell you what I'd do. Check out the coast for vantage points. Maybe consult with a ballistics buddy of mine. That's what I'd do. If I wasn't too busy doing this clown dance with you.
He's calm now. Threw all that turmoil away and became himself again.
Whose idea was to hang him anyways?
In a manner of speaking.
What do you mean?
We had help from another girl. It was her idea to hang him, and I liked it for political reasons. It sent a good message.
The missing Hardy, the other girl?
The big guy turns to Glenn, who's about to say something. The blonde shuts his mouth before a word escapes.
I'll say it again. All the Hardy Boys are right here, cop. That woman is just affiliated with the Hardy Boys. You don't know her, anyway.
Can you tell me anything about her? One? It's okay to have a Hardy girl.
We're Hardy Boys, and that's it.
Can you tell me anything about the affiliate?
Nope. You're
All right.
not getting to her. It's Klasia you want to talk to.
Thank you.
Do that. Hey, cop. Before you go.
Suddenly, the wind picks up outside. You hear it rattling the large windows in their frames. It carries newspapers, circles the whirling in rags in a warm column.
She, Klasia, came to Martinez to hide. Many of us did. This is where you wash up when there's nowhere left to go. The Union takes you in. Now, she refused that protection. But
you would still prefer that we didn't take her away.
That's right. If we didn't take care of the people who end up here, this place would just be a couple of ruins and some cargo containers.
We'll take that into account.
Well, the case cracked open. Save the girl. I don't know. If she's compromised, we're just sending her to the sharks. Save the girl and get a kiss. That's what you want, right? I thought girls were evil. So now that we know the window got broken from a shot, very interesting.
It's always good to see you.
Something in her demeanor has changed. She's tired, consigned to her fate, to being here with you and what's to come.
Hardy Boys told us what really happened.
I understand.
Just like that. No resistance. Her shoulders are slouched, her feet long and straight.
Chill, I'm the cool cop. No, we're not the cool cop. You don't look surprised. You were expecting this.
I knew there was a chance you'd get them to tell you. It's what you do. You're the police. For what it's worth, I'm sorry for wasting your time.
If you knew we would find out eventually, why did you waste our time?
Because of the Hardys. I couldn't just dispense with them. They were only trying to help me. Out of the shit I'd gotten into.
It's not a good enough reason.
You're right. There's more.
More?
You answer to the coalition government, and by extension, the moral intern.
Briefly glancing over her shoulder to the sea, as she's done time and time again. Where the cold oceanic expanse lies, and behind it, another world.
Is that why you're looking over your shoulder? Your shoulder? You're afraid of the moral intern?
You share a database with them. You send people to their courts.
What did you do?
Just business. But bad business for some people in the moral intern. If I show up in your records, officer, they will find me. They will...
What happens if they do?
They will kill me, sir. If you file my name, take me in for questioning, enter me into the moral intern mill. Well, then I'm fucked. For nothing. This murder didn't have anything to do with me.
Here we go. For once, you seem to have her off guard.
What happened? What did you do to have people after you? Now let's know what happened here. It's more important.
We were there. Together. In bed, I mean.
Tell me exactly what happened.
Okay. He was in a kneeling position. He had just entered me. I was on my back, looking at him. I heard the window behind me shatter, and I turned to look. There was a hole in the glass. I turned back to him. His eyes were looking through me, and his mouth was open. Dumb. I could see. I could.
A great pain moves through her, a dark and indefinite wave. She continues in spite of it.
Oh boy.
I knew he was dead. Before he fell down on top of me.
Then what happened? You don't have to continue if you don't want to. No, we're police. We gotta know.
He was heavy. I pushed him off and he fell to the floor. There. He only had his boots on. I bit the pillow, not to scream, then ran downstairs. I waited for the second shot to come. For me. I thought there would be one. It never came.
She's forgotten about her cigarette. The butt has burned right down to her fingernails.
Your cigarette, miss.
Oh.
Sorry this has happened to you.
So am I.
What time was this? When did it happen? It would help us if you could be as precise as possible.
11:30 to 12:15. I don't know the exact time. Around midnight. Not as much as usual. He'd done a line, plus other things. I was drinking.
Wait. Titus said she was gurning her jaw off, much more than usual.
Titus said you looked pretty high.
Oh, yeah. I did one of his lines, just to clear my head.
Good thinking. Clear your head. You should clear your head. Get into his mindset.
No electrochemistry. Calm down now. That's enough out of you.
Did you hear or see the shooter in the course of this?
No.
What did you do then?
Nothing. I was trapped. I was stuck in my room downstairs. I got some clothes on and crawled back up, drew the blinds. Blood was coming from his mouth. Not a lot. Just a little. He was still on the floor, slouched. I couldn't be there with him anymore, so I ran down and out of my room, into the hallway, down the stairs. I knew there would be people there.
This makes no sense. What did you do to have these people after you?
It's not nice, but it's not illegal. Not here in Ravishol, or even in Oranje.
What exactly did you do?
Industrial espionage. I joined a business collective with the intention of betraying them. I did my job well enough to be asked to do it again, with a bigger company. The kind you really, really don't fuck with. I took their ledgers, 2 decades worth of accounting.
I need the names of the companies involved and who hired you.
I don't know, Kim.
The job was Lou's-Duin County Savings Bank. They sound small, but they're part of the Lou-Scop conglomerate. That was the second job. The first was some printer company. You wouldn't know them.
Don't mess with the banks.
As to who hired me for the job, I don't know. But they're after me too, along with Lou-Scop and their friends in the MI. Once you're done in the competitive intelligence circuit, you don't have allies. You're radioactive.
That's a lot of you've gotten yourself into.
It is. Many people lost their jobs. Not just C-suite. Ordinary people. What I did to get to accounting... A lot of people got hurt. But that's just more of my shit you shouldn't have to deal with. You're solving a murder.
What happened after you ran downstairs?
Sylvie was tending the bar. A lot of people were there. The Hardys were at the table in front of the stage. I think the Union box was full. Ruby was there too. They were having such a good time.
Ruby?
I sat down and they all welcomed me. I didn't even have to say anything. Ruby knew something was wrong.
Ruby?
Who's Ruby?
Ruby. You know, the leader.
The leader?
The leader? Of what?
The Hardy Boys.
Thought Hardy was the leader of Hardy Boys.
Well, nominally, yes. Ruby's the one they go to when things happen, like things they need taken care of. She's the organizer.
Ruby.
Well, Ruby said let's talk upstairs. I showed her the room. I've known these people since December. They know my situation, that I can't leave a paper trail. Ruby was the first one I told. She said she'd take care of this. It's what she does, you know, take care of things. I helped her get the body to the bathroom. We used a belt to pull him up under the shower, to keep him upright.
To produce lividity, matching a hanging?
Yes.
We completely missed the tampering. Looks like you got there in time. What was this, 20 minutes after death?
Oops.
Oops. We failed the visual calculus.
About 20, yes. Ruby explained it would make the blood... You know what he does.
Then what did you do?
Ruby went outside to talk to Titus and the boys. I was just looking at Lely in the bathroom. I had to put his clothes back on. His armor, too. It was tough, but I've seen him take it off and put it on many times. It took Ruby maybe half an hour to come back with Titus. I'd gotten him ready by then. They carried him out. I knew what they were going to do. Make it look like a hanging. Ruby said they would.
Speaking of Ruby, the wife is just watching Ash vs. Evil next to me. Oh, isn't that the, what was the movie? It's the guy with the shotgun and the chainsaw hand. Got the name there. What did you do while they were hanging him?
Ruby said to wait here. She also said I wouldn't see her for
Evil
a
Dead.
while, that we should lay low.
Army of Darkness.
So I did.
Where is this Ruby now?
I don't know. I haven't seen her since.
We will need to take this question to the Hardy Boys.
When did it happen? Did you hear a gunshot?
When he was shot? I may have. I don't know. I couldn't hear anything over the glass exploding.
Did you kill Lely?
What? Why would I put myself through this? Insanity. Get myself cornered like this. He wouldn't have died if it weren't for me. I know that. But I would never hurt him.
All kinds of crazy things happen when drugs are involved. Sweet, sweet drugs. It could have been a desire murder. Maybe an act of jealousy. Now, you guys suddenly have theories pouring out, when they're obviously just stabs in the dark.
Downstairs people have this crazy idea that you killed him. It's okay if you did it in self-defense. Desires drive people loco. Drugs are an integral part of your relationship. Perhaps they contributed to its end. I think this one could be okay. Also 4, 2 would also be like 50-50. 1.
I'm sad to hear that. They must have said it in some fit of frustration or under pressure. They couldn't have meant it. I've talked to them after it happened. No one has implicated me.
She's getting scared now of you, the downstairs people, all of it.
It's okay if you did it in self-defense.
I did not kill him to defend myself from rape. I told you before. That wasn't what happened.
Desires drive people loco.
She simply shakes her head. She has the training for it. You've known it since she first greeted you here on this roof.
What does that mean?
Do drugs make you aggressive?
No. People don't take drugs to kill each other. They take them to feel okay with each other. I thought Ravishal would be more enlightened about this. Especially since you've taken them yourself.
The lieutenant gives you a sideways glance.
What happened to the background? I don't. Me and my drugs are none of your business. I do drugs to keep working, cleaning up this you've created. Say nothing. Let's go 3.
I'm sorry. I withdraw what I said. I didn't mean to judge anyone.
That's right.
Like what?
Could the people after you killed him?
That's the first thing that went through my head when I heard the glass break.
And?
I thought they'd found me. They've killed him to punish me. All last week, I've tried not to talk to anyone or be seen with anyone so they wouldn't be hurt. I've come to understand, however, this is paranoia. What happened didn't have anything to do with me.
But maybe it did. It probably didn't. Either way, something to consider. I'll go with 3.
We can't go after loose cap. Not yet. There are other, saner leads.
I don't ask you to, Lieutenant. But there's one thing I know, is that you'll get nothing from there.
Did you call the cops if you're hiding?
Because I'm an idiot.
Which is an indicator of truth.
I don't think so. Why'd you do it?
You have to understand, the people around here, no one was making the call, and he kept rotting. And then they picked his clothes off, and that little fucker threw stones at him.
Her jaw is clenched. Her throat moves. It takes all her strength not to cave in and sob. Once. Just one time.
He kept throwing stones at him for 3 days. I could hear the thud. Thud. So I called you. I hope with all my heart it's not the last thing I do in Ravishal.
Oh God. That was a lie too. Who made the call then? Don't be paranoid, man. It's unbecoming of a police officer. And it makes you sweat.
When was the window changed?
Last week. Angus and Titus's brother, I think he's called Tibbs, took care of it.
You should have another look at that window after this. Reconstruct the scene. It's right there.
In her bedroom inside?
Yes. You see the glass sparkling out of the corner of your eye.
I think we're done here.
She nods, silently. She doesn't even smoke. Just picks up the cold coffee and holds it in her hands. He's thinking, are we done here? Or should we arrest her? She's a flight risk and she lied to you. She should be taken into custody. No, that won't be necessary. Just leave her alone. She's been through enough. She doesn't need this police brutality. This guy won't budge. You have to wake Multiface up, forcefully, if you want to continue pushing her.
Wake up, drama.
But we are awake, sire.
No.
She has been forthcoming.
Worst fail.
Details women usually conceal. Most shocking details of the sexual kind.
Oh, we got a buck,
are
though.
A bulwark, unbreached. You've been breached, bulwark. You've been breached like 1,000 times now.
Oh, no. Drama.
So you say. But give us one example of deceit. Just one example.
I remember doubting she made the call she said she made to the police. Just a proposition. Could the lurid explicitness conceal something less sensational but more illegal? You too.
Who is this personhood picking these seditious options? Can't you see the detective grows weary of your malcontent? Stop staring at her eyes and say something pertinent to the case. This is making you look like an amateur. It looks like this one's not waking up. You'll have to do it without pushing her further. At least for now.
Let's return this for later.
As you look back, you think, so love did do him in, after all.
I was right.
If it weren't for her, he would not have been there. The shot would not have connected with his soft plate.
Looks like love did him in after all. Jeez, I don't know about this one. It's kind of rubbing it in, you know?
She's silent, holding on to her coffee mug. No vapor rises from it. It's cold. Remember this silence. The lady is dangerous. People suffer around her. It appears this one has not been entirely corrupted. This may help. This may help the others see.
Say nothing. Let her answer.
Yeah. I'd like to think he didn't love me. Or that it was chemically induced and not real. Easier that way.
Was it real?
I don't know.
What is communism in this?
You do not know. A wind of needles. Airships flutter in the stratosphere.
How do I know all this then?
Who knows? It's getting cold out. You should go.
Alright. Go check out that window.
This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it. Light from the desk lamp reflects off the glass in an untarnished golden halo.
Visual calculus is the coolest thing, but only if it works.
Golden light
we got it!
Melts away into the blue, glassy darkness of your mind.
Look at that.
In it are two neon-lit shapes, a man and a woman on the single bed. Like the witness said, the man is kneeling, the woman is on her back. It's the night of March 4th and a shot has just been fired. The man looks directly at the woman. The shot's possible directions converge in his mouth, a ray cast from somewhere outside, entering his brain, ending him.
Where does it come from?
From the roof outside, location A prime. The glass fractures around the bullet hole. Shards face inwards like a corona behind the woman's back.
Expect the ghostly figures. This bit is brilliant. Yeah, it's pretty good so far.
The man does not know the bullet has entered his brain. He never will. Death comes faster than the realization.
Have a look at point A, the roof.
The ray cast from the man's mouth unravels into a fan of possible directions, all on the roof at first. The shot could have come from any of them. This is composite location A prime, most likely of the origin points.
Shouldn't there be gun residue outside?
There could have been. Then the rain and slush and wind washed it away. This was more than a week ago.
That's true. We're 80% sure the roof is where the shot was made?
72%.
Oh, okay.
With a weapon that fires jacketed ammunition, likely a rifle. This is a good short distance, but not too short. The perpetrator aimed with their back against the railing, or possibly kneeling for precision. This would explain why it only took them one shot. The lights were on in here. Outside it was dark. It was like shooting fish in an aquarium, a well-lit aquarium. The victim opened his mouth to let the bullet in. Neither of them would have seen anything outside in the darkness, too busy with their own bodies.
The shot have come from inside. A closer point.
Point X would contradict the woman's testimony. rendering the entire proposition void. These figures would be wiped out, Detective.
Are there any arguments against A Prime, the roof?
None that you've found thus far, but that doesn't mean there aren't any.
Could there be another point of origin further away?
That's a 28%, yes. In this model, the shot could have come from a greater distance. Nothing excludes the possibility. Should we extrapolate to include every possible point of origin in Martinez?
Extrapolate the radius to include all of Martinez.
According to your map of the district, this shot could have come from a wide angle of locations, starting with the northern edge of the abandoned boardwalk, ending with an islet in the bay. Let's call them B prime.
More precisely.
B prime for boardwalk, B double prime for Land's End, and B triple prime for the islet, Detective.
It was like
there may
42.
be small points in between, but those are too fine to zoom in on.
Check out the boardwalk.
700 meters away. The likeliest of these B positions, 20% chance. A skilled sniper could have made the shot, provided he had a safe sniper's nest. Even with the light on inside, we're talking military training. At that distance, the perpetrator would have had to take wind direction into account.
Land's End.
1.2 kilometers away. The least likely of these positions. Let's say 3%. A truly skilled sniper could have done it. Possibly from a tent. No, too far-fetched. 1 kilometer away. An unlikely point of origin. Beyond the docks somewhere. On an islet in the Bay of Martinez, perhaps. There are islets there, badly charted as they may be. The shot would have been a small miracle. 5% likelihood. There is an extremely narrow field of view from the bay to the window, between Rue de Saint-Ghislain 10 and 33A. The angle would have been extreme, and access to the islets is questionable.
You think the shots could have come further than the roof into the Martinez?
From where, precisely?
To the boardwalk.
I see you have given this a lot of thought. Are those the locations you've singled out in addition to the roof? And what is the likelihood, in your opinion, that it came from a further distance?
Much less from the roof, but still.
Okay, well, we should see if there is gunshot residue or sniper nests if we go down the coast. Rule these spots out one by one. It would be the diligent thing to do. Until then, personally, I'm going with the roof version. A simple hypothesis can be wrong, but it's something to build on.
Blink. All right. Now, how far are we from a level? Okay, we're still pretty far. We might want to re-talk to her about the drama that we wanted to get. Maybe if we get a level, we'll be able to do that. Well, first we're gonna go get the location of Ruby, if we can. It's pretty interesting how everything's panning out now. Feeling like a Columbo here.
It's you again. What is it?
Tell us about Ruby.
Why?
Because she's the real leader. She's the next link in the chain that leads me to Lele's killer.
Sounds like you're making her a suspect in this. Not on my watch, you're not. Ruby's one of us. We're not gonna throw her under your moral intern steamroller. Fuck that shit.
And fuck you too, moral
Excuse me.
Ruby is missing. If you hide from the police in a murder investigation, you become a suspect. You know how it works, guys.
That's nothing. That's just legalese. You don't even have a sound theory. I don't want to be rude, but we're trying to get some R&R here. Think you could fuck off now?
I think we'll keep sticking around, Titus. You'll be surprised at how quickly a theory presents itself if you keep looking.
From the corner of your eye, you see a little bird fly into the bush, right behind the window, behind Titus's back.
Oh, let's scan it.
Nothing is happening. The pieces are there, but they remain unconnected. Sorry, you're not coming up with anything. Again, the pieces are there. She could have done it. Somehow. Something else. Walla walla bing bang. It's just not coming together.
Squint your eyes harder.
Still nothing. But that's okay. This doesn't have to turn into some kind of meltdown. You're just a cop, taking your time to present a theory. Let's look at this as a learning experience. What are the components you need to implicate Ruby? His wife left him. He needs to kill himself. Make her sorry she did.
My wife left me and I'm completely alone. Why?
I don't know what to say to that.
That's sad, man. But why are you squinting like that? Looks to me like he's about to get aggressive.
No. That's his concentration phase.
I should have said that. I just wanted to hear the components of the theory.
Here you go. Access to the roof, weapon, and motive. That's not too hard. And here is what you can do to make it even easier. Come on, guys. For starters, you could find out what's behind that mystery door in the kitchen. If it's a secret route, she could have used that to get to the roof. Can't get through the door? You know what would help. Doing a thorough search of this room. Maybe something's hidden. There's a spooky building west of this. Take a flashlight with you. Search the basement. There are secrets, magisterial, ancient secrets that may assist you.
Spooky building?
You could crack Classia's last defenses. Maybe she'll tell you something helpful. It's that simple.
Thanks, guys.
Unless we have more business, we should.
Starting from the right.
Yeah, we've already did that.
At the other, a symmetric burn on his neck, resembling the letters "Lost." And then, the emblem on his vest says, in the far corner, "Stat on his neck." Let's call this.
We already did this. We already did this.
Conclusion, these 7 are the actors on the crime scene. The footprints were theirs, but there's a discrepancy.
Ruby's missing.
Exactly. But none of this is news to you. You've stood there for about 4 seconds, not saying anything.
Time to get out of here. Alright, well, we can go... We've got a lot of things we can do now. We can go see Classy again. Let's go do that. Boring cop. Yeah, it was pretty cool. They did another visual calculus in the hanging scene, which was pretty neat. Now let's see if Classy has anything to say to us. Maybe we can rerun that drama check. Hopefully.
Officer, it's a fine day for questions.
No. We don't have the drama check. What is this?
The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight.
Where does this lead to?
I don't know. It is not the first closed door we found in this building. There is also your mysterious blue kitchen door.
Think it's important?
I don't know. The further we get, the more this building seems to be tied to the case.
Below, the hostel cafeteria creaks and groans under your added weight. A skeleton of composite support beams and cantilevers.
Tap the roof with your foot.
A dull thump. Somewhere inside, a wind brace rattles from the imperceptible motion of the building.
The vigilantes, the cadaver, and a number of people connected to the case are in or around this building. This door is part of it. It's not unimportant.
Push it.
Barred from the inside. You hear the bar rattle in the brackets. Sounds like it's heavy, too. Very sturdy.
Kick the door in.
You kick it, gung-ho style. Entering the premises style. But the door fails to respect the force. All you hear is the bar rattling inside.
All right, let's trash the place.
Let's not.
Your foot is ready to explode and punish this object.
Disrespecting the force? Kick the door. Swallow the rage.
The door receives a thorough disciplining at the cost of your foot. Your foot hurts a lot.
Good job, guys. We're almost dead. Oh, we still need to get some money here. We can't sleep tonight if we don't get like 20 bucks. You did that without chat telling you to. I'm sorry. Did you see what Brelix said? Let's ask the owner.
Can I help you?
Oh, wait a minute.
Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling height window. The hawthorn branches scrape the glass like bony fingers.
Squint.
There's a little slide panel up there to let some air in. No need to open it in spring. It's still too cold outside.
Try it.
There's a yellow ribbon tied to
got
one
it.
of the branches. Light yellow, faded with time. A tiny splash of color in the blackness of the thicket. Hanging from it, a bronze key. It's close enough to the latch up there. One can slide it open and just take it. Surely not a coincidence.
Someone hid a key by the bush.
Huh?
Can you let me slide by so I can grab the thing?
I don't know about that. I'm comfortable here. Don't think any sliding would really help right now.
Sorry, fucko. Looks like you're gonna have to go bush diving. Good fucking luck with that. The hawthorn's got a bitch of a bite.
I'm gonna enjoy the sight of you in the bushes out there.
With a loud thud, The old man stands up, pushes the window open, grabs the key from the hawthorn branch, and slides it across the table. The key is brass. Workshop spare is etched to its bow.
We got a key.
The old man closes the window and sits back down in silence.
Come on, man. We were just having some fun. Where's the harm in...
I'm tired of listening to your shit.
Thank you.
Don't thank me. I don't give two shits about your key.
Wonder what this door is open.
Could open the door in the kitchen. The blue door. It says workshop spare. Maybe there's a workshop there?
Alright. Not hassle the boys here. Let's go check on the blue door. Perhaps this is what we need.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue. The key fits the dimple lock. It takes a bit of effort to turn it after all these years. But then the lock clicks. Dust rises before you like mist. A tomb? Haunted by regal spirits from distant ages.
We're in.
No. Smells like engine grease and cut wood. A workshop.
We're in, boys. Balls. What else is here? A box. $5. Cha-ching. Well, we'll be able to sleep tonight. Well, soon enough.
All these mesmerizing machines, just waiting to be plugged back in and played.
Run your finger across the dust of the white Diora machine.
Feels like it might jump back to life any moment. The lights illuminating the white-robed woman.
What's the white Diora?
Some kind of inane pinball theme. Probably related to Messina during the DeLorean age. The history themes are the worst.
The lieutenant grimaces, looking at the machines.
Sounds like you don't enjoy pinball, Kim.
No, I love it. I love pinball. Who doesn't love pinball? Let's move on.
That's true. Who doesn't like pinball?
He doesn't.
Well, we fired these bad boys up.
You can't fire them up. They are broken. Only that one machine in the main hall works. The Royalist Pinball.
What a dumb name. Royalist Pinball. If they weren't broken, he would kick one of these machines about now.
Try it. Encyclopedia.
Kim, Pinball, Kitsuragi.
Kimball?
Exactly. That's what he's known as. His reputation precedes him.
Well, hey, Kimball.
What?
You're Kim Pinball Kitsuragi.
So now he remembers. Fine, I'm Kim Pinball Kitsuragi, aka the Kimball. You remembered. Congratulations.
He still can't remember anything else.
Wonderful. He only remembers hearing about the pinball policeman. No human being should. It is a game that requires no skill and a childlike affinity to flashing lights and to fantastique, science fiction, and historic romance franchise. It is lame.
Why are you called Pinball?
I am not called Pinball. It was used to taunt me a long time ago, before I became a homicide detective and got my lieutenancy.
How did you?
Fine. I was a juvenile police officer for over 15 years. It's how I started out in the RCM. Once I had to infiltrate a pinball ring, as you do when you're a juvie cop.
Okay.
It was not okay. I needed to become a pinball champion. I trained for 9 months. The job was successful and I was moved out of the juvenile wing to homicide. End of story.
You were a juvie cop for 15 years?
That time is over now. I was already a 38-year-old man. It was unbecoming, as was playing pinball.
So that's why you didn't talk to Kuno?
It's best if you handle the juvenile delinquents.
I'm gonna call you Pinball now. I'm gonna call you Kimball now. Don't worry, I'll keep calling you Kim. You're Lieutenant Kitsuragi to me. Oh, this is bad though. Come on, guys. He's our buddy. Guess we're gonna call him Kimball now.
No. You're gonna call me Lieutenant Kitsuragi. Or, on rare occasions, Kim, because it's shorter.
Any plan to call him Pinball or Kimball is immediately wiped from your neocortex, as if with some sort of mind-altering device. It is simply not going to happen.
Not gonna happen. Sorry, boys. No Kimball here.
This small elevator is dimly lit by a bulb that's been glowing for ages. The latticed cage is open. It smells of nougat and sweat. Your head brushes up against the ceiling. There is a control panel to your right, and just enough room for 2 people to fit in. The maintenance card under the control panel reads, Last maintenance, 10th July, 88.
With the controls?
There are large rectangular buttons, monter, descente, and an international call for emergency assistance. That third one appears to be broken.
Says the last maintenance was in 88.
That it does. I say, let's brave it.
This elevator was maintained a long time ago.
At the end of the last century. Look on the bright side. If it fails, we will only sustain minor injuries. I'm talking 3, maybe 4 months in the hospital. Maximum 5.
Okay. I wonder what this elevator is used for.
Seems like a small freight elevator for transporting machinery. For that, it's pretty quaint.
Yeah, let's go up. Yeah, Kimball's pretty brave. Huh. Well, 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 look what we found here. Oh, pinball maker coat. Oh, and it's a good coat as well. It removes our RCMP coat. I don't know.
So this is where they brought 40 pinball machines to fix them up. A long time ago. Everything is covered with dust now. The lieutenant looks around the dusty, crowded room, inspecting the tools on the shelf.
Used to be a pinball workshop.
Looks like it. I'm guessing Martinez North 22 used to be a pinball arcade before it became a hostel. There are machines left over.
A creak. Some dust falls off a shelf.
Downstairs in the hall, next to the main door. One of them even works. I've seen one of the hearties bang away at it. At some point, 20 years ago, 15 maybe, before pinball went out of vogue.
Steps.
You clearly see footprints in the downy carpet of dust covering the workshop floor.
Jackpot. These, unlike everything else here, are new.
What if they shot him through the wall? Oh shit.
3 weeks maximum from the dust coverage. It could easily have been 1 week too. You know, officer.
This is so good it makes him forget the whole Kimball memory.
This isn't bad at all. It was a good idea to see where that door leads. Commendable work bringing us to this place.
Well, thank you, Kimball. Thank you. What does this mean?
It means someone snuck through what seems like a secret route leading to the roof. The roof from where you can shoot our victim. This is significant. This prints, officer, could be the prints of our killer. And if not, at least there are good argument for this Ruby doing it, to present to Titus.
Large prints most likely made by Boots. The size is hard to determine. Sole could be bigger than Vamp. The soles have left the pattern uniform, horizontal lines.
Okay, so this print doesn't look like the odd sole print we found at the hanging. This doesn't look like the worker boots from the hanging.
The size looks about the same, actually. They're not the same shoe, but they could be the same person. I wouldn't rule out Ruby coming here yet. This isn't an argument against her. People change shoes, you know? But it's not an argument for her either. No, these little horizontal lines are different. They look custom-made to me. Or some kind of foreign print. Hard to say. Still a boot, though.
Everything around you is quiet. The prints crisscross the workshop floor.
Oh.
Motorway south. The lone vector stretches in your mind's eye into the wild pale yonder, for an unimaginable distance, forgetting, until you can no longer remember anything. No cities, no mountains, no oceans, and finally, no vector. Nothing remains. A blank space with no point of reference, where only one type of motion is possible. The motion of a human throat. Swallow in, and then it comes to you. To reach the end of the motorway south is to be unborn. You've had this thought before, while aimlessly wandering the streets of Jamrock. A lost piece of the man you were. A dark hope.
Oh, that's interesting. So it seems like we can do another drama check, I think. There's a tiny hole in the wall.
You can almost see the shape of a man and a woman writhing inside, bathed in drug sweat and dirty linens. Bottles lie around everywhere.
It's in the bedroom from here.
You can barely see through. Better not to jump to sensationalist conclusions here. The footprints on the floor, however, definitely suspicious.
Boring footprints. I want to jump to sensationalist conclusions.
What were the people doing in there?
You lean closer to the peephole instinctively. I bet they're doing something quite unnatural there. This is the barred door you tried to kick in before.
What's on the other side?
Unless we've veered off into a folded M dimension, I'm expecting to step out on the roof. We could ask Glacia about this route. See how she reacts.
Folded M dimension. A reference to the popular science fiction
Choking on my spit here.
System. Look who's in a good mood suddenly and reads science fiction.
Folded M dimension?
Yes, it is quite likely that we will re-emerge on the M plane. Brace for psychokinetic impact. Or the roof.
Alright, hopefully we can do the drama check again. Hey, what's up?
I was just thinking.
Yeah, we can do it.
What a nice day for questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
72. Oh, we missed.
We are still wide awake and staring into an archipelago of truths. Scandalous facts she shared, omitted nothing, even if it casts her as a demimonde with sexually lax morals. There iseth no doubt the lady could not bear the sight of her lover splayed and disfigured. A horrible story. Try not to sweat so profusely in her presence, too. You blow your chances. It looks like this one's not waking up. You'll have to do it without pushing her further. At least for now.
Try it again.
Officer, it's a fine.
Who? What? Dear Lord, you've been lied to. She could have killed her lover and lied to everyone. She's not the most fair and just at all. She's smoke and mirrors and will-o-wisps. She probably didn't give you her real name either. Why would she? Arrest her immediately before she further entangles you in her web of lies. Take it easy. Don't overcompensate with this course correction. Ask questions first. See?
You know, I think you didn't make that call to the station.
I did. What is this? I called your desk or whatever it is. The numbers are all over town. Call 8-100-2 for emergencies. There was an older woman on the other end. It sounded like she was smoking. She took my complaint. She coughed.
That is the emergencies desk number. Anyone could know that, sire, by looking around and calling the desk. I don't believe a single word she says.
What time did you make the call?
Thursday night. It was late, sometime after 12.
It checks out.
Anyone could know the number. It means nothing. Say nothing, all right.
She stands before you, holding her back very straight.
Real name isn't Classy Amandu.
I agree. You wouldn't give us your real name, not when people are after you.
Okay.
Okay, what?
Okay, it's not.
Good, you can tell me the truth.
You log your work every week. It's all transmitted to Common, sir. I couldn't just beg you not to enter my name. So I lied. Like I lied before. Like I did at LCSB. I have to lie all the time. I'm so tired of it.
Was that passport too? The passport you keep hitting?
No.
Hidden?
It's submerged in a plastic buoy on the coast, in the reeds. It just doesn't say Clausia Amandu. It says Anouk Mea Smith.
Falsified documents?
Passport and visa. Given to me by my employer. I can't even use them. My employer probably leaked the name, Mea Smith, to hurt me.
Why would they do that?
I didn't show up to a rendezvous. They don't take that lightly. I didn't show up because I was afraid they'd do something to me. The job was finished. I'm just a liability now.
Where is it?
West of the boardwalk, in the reeds, on the coast there. I put it there when I first arrived. Haven't been there since. I'm not sure I could even find it now. It's useless.
All right, we're gonna go check it out. I don't know why, but...
The lieutenant makes a note of it.
You're welcome to it. It's in the reeds northwest of here, past the Bergen sewage pipe, right near the waterline.
Tell us your real name.
It's Katarzyna Lazie.
Could it mean Clausia is an acronym for Katarzyna Alazie?
Oh, could it be?
It was a sentimental thing. I wanted to be more me here, this time. So I used my nickname.
A nickname? Who gave you this nickname, Clausia?
I don't care. Who gave you the nickname?
A teenage boy. 1,000,000 years ago.
All right, finally we meet.
She nods. Her round eyes meet yours.
You're probably
They
not
seem
even Miss
moist from the
Orange
wind on the roof.
37.
I am. They can never take my sash and my scepter from me.
Yes, they can, for lying.
That's right, drama. You tell her.
She nods, her back straight, ready for whatever is next.
Why have we not arrested her yet? Arrested
There may
her.
be grounds here, at least for an extended detention.
A little whimper. The young woman hears you. She's looking around.
What if I told you you're under arrest? Should we do that? Should we pressure her? We could arrest her. No? Test the waters, scare her. What would we gain? Not much. I guess we'll go with 5 then.
She slowly lights another cigarette and steadies her breath, as if in the presence of some tiger. You are. This is not the end of this.
Lies.
Yes, we demand she be punished for deceiving us. We demand her anxiety. We demand her fear.
Yeah, why not?
But I haven't done anything. Anything.
Fucking mind games. Enough. That's right, gang. Stern and merciless now. Stern and merciless as we reel her in.
You're a suspect in a murder investigation. You're a flight risk. That's all the reason I need. You're not playing these mind games with me anymore. You're coming in. Industrial espionage. We uphold international law here in the zone of control. That's probably one.
The lieutenant produces a pair of handcuffs.
Please no.
But there's nowhere to go. A 2-story drop to the Plaza Mosaic. If she could, she would have run before.
I think I know who did it. I know who shot Leslie. You know it wasn't me. Why would I do it? I have no motive.
What do you know? Who shot him?
She's silent for a second, as if looking into herself for certainty. Then, in a hushed voice, she says,
Ruby.
Why do you think it was her?
She has this thing for me. Ever since I met her and the boys downstairs. She's been pretty frank about what she wants.
So it was love.
What she's saying is... sex.
Sex?
And more. I made the mistake of confiding in her. I told her I was on the run. She started protecting me. It became an unhealthy relationship. When I started spending time with Lely, she told me to end it. Said there would be shit if I didn't. It was not a good meeting. We stopped talking after that, but...
I don't understand. What exactly in your relationship made you think she's romantically interested in you?
She said she's in love with me. She even asked me to run away with her when I told her I'm a fugitive. She started developing notions about our relationship.
And you led her on?
A little. I was flattered, you know? But then I had to let her off, and it was not easy. I came to regret being friendly with her. We maybe kissed, nothing more.
Sounds like she was fixated on you. This is just sensationalism and guesses. I don't know what to make of this.
I know what this sounds like. That's why I didn't want to tell you before. But she knew what had happened when I came downstairs. Somehow, she knew Lely was dead. She wasn't surprised at all. When we came up here, she was calm as a stone, too. She cleaned it all up like she had a plan.
That's... yeah, that would collaborate with what she did right after.
That is a little strange. People don't usually keep things together under stress like that.
Was she threatening you?
She came over one night, drunk, said she'd turn my life into a living hell. I've been threatened before, so I can tell when someone knows how to do it.
That's true.
And she's a pro. She must be. To keep the Hardys in line. I tried severing ties with her after that. I thought it had worked, but...
No, we haven't met Ruby.
Some of that fear is still with her. She exhales sharply. What are you talking about? She's afraid you'll arrest her.
You're not wrong, Drama. And how could she have killed him?
You've been through there, right? I saw you come out. It leads downstairs. She could have come to the roof through that, then made the shot right here, where I stand. It was dark outside. I wouldn't have seen her.
Then slipped back downstairs without anyone noticing. That is possible.
Interesting theory. Did she know that door exists? Had you been out there with her?
Yes, of course. She's been up here many times, jacking private stations off the ring antenna. She used to come here to drink on the roof with me, before it got weird.
Okay, and what? Arrest the liar now. Why? She told us some pretty interesting things there.
Oh, electrochemistry does not want to arrest her.
She's stuck here. She's already in prison. Look around. She's only trying to help you.
Who?
Her. Stop letting her distract you.
Now this could get violent. Probably. How does she know that room exists, though? Well, she just said she had Ruby come out, have coffee or whatever.
Thank you. Thank you. You won't regret it.
Something tells you you will.
Oh, boy.
She slowly lights another cigarette.
No volition. I'm sure you're right. The glasses back on. Working for the big banks. We didn't check out that building with the flashlight, though. I don't know what's up with that. We still need to get at least $4 so we can sleep tonight. Oh, we can probably sell some stuff. Hey, buddy.
It's you again. What is it?
Gotta talk about Ruby. 42%. Oh, I'm gonna take off my glasses. Do I have anything for drama, though? I do. Jesus Christ.
It's you again. What is it?
It's logic. Oh, I thought it was drama. Logic on. Alright. +2 to logic.
It's you again.
Sorry, I just had to change my clothes here. 72.
A sudden flash of lightning in your neocortex. The hostel cafeteria is lit by its airy blaze. Floor plans, bullet trajectories, webs of human emotion, all channeled into a single thought.
Why are you so sure Ruby didn't kill him off?
That's what you were squinting at. You were trying to come up with a theory, weren't you? That she did it.
Yeah, he was cobbling together shit so he could put her away. It's RCM 101.
Shut up, Alan.
Well, let old Titus set your mind at ease then. She didn't do it. She was here all night.
Sunday night, 11:30 to 12:15. She was here all that time?
Yeah, with us, drinking, near the stage there.
She didn't go to the toilet. She didn't go to the bar. She didn't go out for fresh air, for a smoke.
No.
The whole 45-minute window, she was with you all the time.
All right. She took a fucking leak, okay? For one moment. Maybe went out, too. She has a complex operation to run from her lorry. She's a busy girl. Always has been.
Could this complex operation be the one Joyce asked you to look into? Probably, though they'll never open up about it. You'll have to keep investigating.
Just because she was gone for 5 minutes doesn't mean she magically got to the roof and shot the merc. I've been through this. It's not plausible.
He's been through it. That means he suspected her too.
Oh.
All right, we're in. We got Ruby unaccounted for sometime during the window. This was crucial. Now let's place her on that roof. You got his attention. Now don't ruin it by making weird claims. Remember, you can still mess this up.
There's a secret route in the kitchen that leads straight to the roof.
Oh.
Through what looks like a pinball workshop.
People say there was a pinball arcade here, sometime before the hostel. What was it called, Theo?
East Delta Pinball Arcade. Weird place. Went bankrupt.
Okay, but how'd you get up? There's no room for a staircase in this building. Or an elevator.
Well, about that.
The elevator is outside the building. It's an old dumbwaiter used for moving pinball machines up and down from the workshop.
From there, there's the door There's a door that leads straight to the roof. And step outside.
Ruby could have gone up, shot him, come down. All under 7 minutes.
I'm on it, boss. Right when the law clears, me and Angus are going up there.
It's a dumbwaiter, not an industrial lift. How about I go instead of...
Just now. You got something else to back this route up? Or is that it?
Finally established Ruby could have had access to the roof where the man was shot.
Firmly doesn't go well with could've. There's a route to the roof. Me and the boys need to check it out. That's what we've established. But a route does not put that bullet in his head. A gun does that. And Ruby doesn't carry one.
Phase 2, murder weapon. Get a gun in her hand. If not that, then at least a shadow of a doubt. In the shape of a gun.
This is Revachol. Anyone could get a gun around here. Anyone. Didn't your gun go missing? I've analyzed the bullet that killed him. It was jacketed. It doesn't really help. Or maybe it does. Local pawn shop sold my lost gun to a woman.
So it had to come from a breech-loading rifle. Military grade. Not even you militia monkeys have those. This goes against your short-range theory. If the murder weapon was military grade, how did Ruby get it?
Ooh, that kind of screws us, though. You're right, I'm never solving this case. It's too complicated. It's probably, just because it's rare doesn't mean you can't get it. Just being upfront with what I know.
Right. That's mighty forthcoming of you. So, let me extend you the same courtesy.
Oh.
She's connected to you know what. So she may have access to semi-automatics, but that's a long fucking stretch of the imagination.
Revachol, anyone could get a gun around here. Yeah, she's connected. It was 28% shot that the shot came from beyond the roof.
Now, what the hell are we supposed to do with that?
That leaves a 72% chance that it did.
He's trying to woo us with cop science. Forensic shit. I heard this mambo jumbo.
Yeah, but the mambo jambo he's saying goes against his theory A.
It does?
Yes.
Just making sure we are on the same page. It doesn't all fit. We are just sharing info, candidly.
Anyone can get a gun. You can try that. Local pawn shop sold my gun to a woman. Maybe it was her.
You lost your gun?
What an idiot!
Tell me, did you lose it before the murder?
Yes. No. It was a joke. Uh-oh. We don't know. You played yourself there. I'm just pressing buttons here. No, it was a joke is probably the worst idea. We don't know. Just a joke.
Sure. Take your sorry ass out of here. Ruby didn't use your lost gun to kill him.
Stop thinking about your lost gun, damn it. You'll get a heart attack.
This was merely a thought exercise. He did not lose his gun. Let's move on.
Anyone can get a gun.
Look, fucko. Ruby and I are pretty tight. She would have showed me the gun if she had one. She knows I love guns.
Yeah, everyone knows Glenn loves guns.
I don't know, Glenny. Ruby's a little secretive, isn't she? Wasn't like she told you every little thing.
Look who's finally speaking. Ratty's been uncharacteristically quiet since you started theorizing. Maybe he has something to gain from implicating her. He probably just doesn't like her.
Come on, guys. She's one of you. Of course she's caring. You all are. Lassie said Ruby takes care of things. Don't do that without a gun and Revachol.
She organizes things. She doesn't whack people. That's not the kind of person she is. She's a talker.
It's clear this one is protective of her.
Easy now, Glenn. What he's trying to say is, people who don't have guns don't shoot people. You need a gun for that. You can't prove she has one.
You don't need to prove anything. Doubt is enough for now. And Titus must have some.
I didn't say I'd prove that she'd had the murder weapon, just that we need to find her.
I don't know, Cop. Why don't you find your lost gun first?
Easy now, Al. This isn't comedy hour.
Titus, we're not seriously considering it, are we? Ruby wouldn't do this. Why would she do something like this?
Phase 3. Motive. The last component. The big one. Get this and they'll give her to you. Remember, don't piss him off. That never works.
It's not why she killed him. It's why she organized the cover-up. Lassie told us some pretty interesting things about Ruby. Maybe it's all part of her leadership challenge against you? No, probably not. When Classy came downstairs, Ruby appeared to know that something was wrong. That's probably the best one. Or this one.
Nah, man. That's just Ruby. She's got shit under control. That's her whole thing. That's why she's so good.
Plus, man, it's like female intuition, you know. Women talk to women. Which is sort of why we need someone on the team who they talk to.
Or she knew what happened because she killed him. Ooh, that's a whoosha. A ba-bing. We got a RP here, Lucky. Female intuition, that's what it was. You're right, Eugene. Roll those eyes. I don't know, guys. I'm thinking this. Oh, maybe that's what it is.
Not so useful.
Lassie told us pretty interesting things about Ruby.
Yeah, like what?
She's part of the homosexual underground. She had a thing for Classy. Sex. She wanted sex from her. Let's not get into it. It's needless sensationalism. I don't know about this. That will probably get punched in the face.
A thing? You mean?
Yeah, but they're both girls.
Girls like girls too, Angus, sometimes. This is one of those times. She liked Glacier.
I know, it's bewildering for me too, but that's what she said. Come on, guys, she hangs out with you, meatheads. This can't come out as a surprise. It's supernatural, reality-breaking event, and we just need to accept it. It's scary, yes. She probably went to a university and learned it from a liberal. What Kim said. Let's get a dig on the libs. Okay.
Liberal, man? Ruby's like a hardcore patriot. You'd have to be blind not to. Guys, I'm not the only one who knew. Right?
Eugene knew.
Knew what? First he says she's murdered him. Now she's a who? It's a lie.
Come on, Glenn. She likes Monica's titties more than you do. Everyone knows which way the wind blows there.
I did. I knew it. That's why she didn't fuck me at Fatty's birthday party.
She didn't fuck you, 'cause you're 40, and you still live with your mom, Dennis.
So this is why Shanky doesn't like her. Useful for you. It makes him advocate against Ruby.
Lassie said she made advances on her, and she thwarted them.
Ruby then threatened her and told her to end her relationship with the deceased.
This is some sordid shit. It's also the kind of garbage our Miss Aronier puts out to cover her own ass.
She just told us, Ruby made her scared and she spilled the beans. She told her that she did tell us when we were close to arresting her. This is probably going to compromise what we just said, though. She's pretty good at lying, yeah.
That Ruby is queer as cabaret. Now that I start thinking about it, I don't know why I didn't see it earlier. And that's okay. Some are queerer than others. You can still be a Hardy. But if you bring your own personal shit into our outfit...
If that's the case, then it's not right. But it's not the case, right?
There are many pieces that fit together that way, Eugene. Face it.
Not why she killed him. No, why did she kill him? It's why did she organize the cover-up?
And I suppose you have a theory about that too.
She could have been covering up for herself.
Think about it. Why go through all that effort? It was her idea, wasn't it? The hanging. You went along, but she suggested it.
She had, like, a fully formed plan and shit. Right when she came back downstairs.
Really, Shanks? Claudia wanted to talk to another girl, that's all. She was just the first one up there. I could have come up with that plan if I'd have been first.
Time for a logics demonstration.
Ooh, which one? Eugene, let's assume you killed him. Shanky, let's assume you killed him. Titus, let's assume you killed him. Eugene is the doubter. Eugene is the defender. Skanky is the doubter. That's not Skanky, Shanky. Yeah, I don't know. Like, Titus would be like, if we won Titus over, then they would all fall in line. Yeah, Eugene is this guy. He's the one defending Ruby because she came up with a plan already. Eugene, Shanky, he's saying that it doesn't make sense, and Titus didn't say anything. Three?
You're on thin ice here, asshole.
It's a thought exercise, Titus. Think. You kill him. Get up there. Shoot him. Get down.
Would you prefer to go on trial with your men as a part of a lynch mob or alone for cold-blooded murder?
Alone. I don't drag my men into shit with me.
If she used us, then that's a serious violation of the Hardy Code, boss.
But she didn't. This is fucking stupid, Titus. This and the queer thing, all of it. Why aren't more of you defending her? This is fucking stupid, Titus.
Glenn, I thought the same thing when she skipped town and left us in this shit.
Oh, so he didn't rule her out completely. And she's skipped town. This is good.
Ooh, this is good. Things don't add up. Do we try the leadership challenge? Probably not. It doesn't make sense.
Silence. He looks around the room. The old man in the corner nods. A very small nod. And a trickle of tobacco spit on his lip.
Yeah, I see it. There's one more thing I've been wondering about. Ever since you asked me where she is. Add it to your list of suspicions, if you want. I don't know where she went. She just got up and left. Got real scared, too. Wouldn't tell me where. However, hard, I asked. Want to know why?
Why?
She was afraid I would tell you. Maybe she was right. By now, I probably would.
She knew there's evidence on her, and she knew we'd find it. This is typical suspect behavior, why fleeing is always incriminatory.
Perhaps. Oh, ask her if you find her. It won't be easy, though. She made sure of that.
When did she leave?
Friday afternoon, when you first arrived. I got word the RCM was in town. Then she came in to see me. Told me she was leaving. That's when we had our little conversation.
Who was she scared of?
I told you. You, as in the cop with the sideburns and the disco clothes.
Me? Don't forget the funny tie, too. No wonder she's afraid. I've come to declare the ending of the human experiment. Probably knew me from my singing days. I'm sorry. God, why does everything flee at the sight of my shadow? I have no idea why she'd be scared. I'm just a normal cop with regular thoughts in his head. Which one? Like, this is probably gonna get him mad. This is probably gonna make him think we're insane. This is dumb. This is just being self-defeatist and normal cop.
Sure.
Oh no.
You know, when I first saw you limping here, I thought she was paranoid or sniffing her own supply. But now I'm not so sure.
What else did Ruby tell you about me?
She said you have a funny taste in clothes and that you won't stop.
Won't stop?
Until you have something on her. She said she's heard of you from Jamrock, that you're a human can opener, that you play suspects against each other. Open them up.
We're a can opener.
Fucking hell. Titus, did he just...
Open Angus up like a can? Yes, he did. Now, we can whine about it, whack him, or we can go on with our lives. I'm having to go on with our lives kind of day, Al. How about you?
Silence. He nods.
Is that true, Kim? Am I a can opener?
You are insistent.
Anything else?
Yeah, there was something else. She wouldn't tell me, though. I could see she wanted to. It was burning on her lips. This caught Titus. This caught he.
Scared. You should be too. A strange fear creeps over you. A metallic taste in your mouth. Change the subject.
Any clues?
She's not far. We know that much. She didn't take her lorry. So, she's on foot.
Good fucking luck, man. She knows this place like the back of her hand. You'll never find her.
Yeah, Al. And we won't either.
She's not really a hardy candidate anymore, is she?
She's not, Glenn.
Have you looked for her?
A little. On the coast.
Where have you looked for her, more precisely?
More precisely, on the coast, past the waterlock. She's not here, so I'm thinking she's there.
Who's doing this looking? They're all here.
Who's doing the looking?
Lizzie needed some air.
So she didn't go tell Everard.
No one goes to tell Everard anything. He knows what he has to know. Fast.
It's called a radio, you believe. The gardener may have played you a game when she stormed out. She has her own plan.
Where on the coast?
Sure, there's some shit houses there. A cinder block town. The fisherfolk there refuse to unionize. So, that's one place we haven't looked. I hear they have a shack where junkies sometimes crash. Time for you to step up.
We will start there. One more question. What does Ruby look like?
Boyish. Hair's red. Dyed. She looks like a Lowry man.
Not much, but it'll do.
It'll have to.
Puts out his hand out. We're gonna shake it, of course.
His grip is firm and reassuring, like holding a piece of unpolished granite. Not just granite, tightly packed RCM Sergeant material.
You should be a cop, Titus. Oh, I don't think we should say that. I don't think we should say that.
When are you gonna get it through your dumb head? I already am. I just wasn't sure you were.
And he still isn't. People aren't afraid of good cops in the way Ruby was afraid of you, he thinks, then turns back to his men.
What? Well, that's a lot to think about. I think we are gonna have to call it there for tonight. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. We will see you next time. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a good one.